Today on Starfield Essentials, your weekly Starfield news report. Kinggath says Starfield is strong. Checking Steam saves for required mods. Positively new Atlantis adds scale to Sarah's favorite city. Paradiso Evolved adds to the resort. Cydonia backdoored. Surrender more easily. And Starborn Trader in the Lodge. All stories have chapter markers for easy navigation and links in the description for sourcing. I appreciate your patience with this week's video. I delayed publication to incorporate any content from the Xbox Showcase, but there wasn't any! I am really disappointed by this. No announcement of a second DLC, no shadow drop of new content, nothing! A couple weeks ago, some viewers criticized me for implying that Kinggath was saving Starfield, even though in the video I said Starfield didn't need saving. At this point, I'm not so sure. Well, it's time for a deep breath, because I do have positive and honest content throughout this video. I just hope we hear some news from Bethesda sooner rather than later. My name is Richard. Let's get started. Kinggath says Starfield is strong. Last week I watched a long live stream where Kinggath played and explained Watchtower, the massive creation released in late May. When I say massive, I mean that Kinggath Creations had to cut content to stay under the new 2 GB limit for creations. They have more content planned and will encourage Bethesda and Microsoft to increase the creation store limit. There was a lot of useful play advice in the video, and I added several bookmarks in the comment section. For example, your character must have completed at least through the In Their Footsteps mission in the main quest in order to get to the end of Watchtower. Alternatively, your character could have gone through the Unity. Most interesting for me, though, were Kinggath's comments on the state of Starfield, future Kinggath Starfield Creations, and the strength of the game and its player base. Consider these 3 excerpts, all linked in my video description.
There's definitely a huge audience for Starfield stuff, even though, you know, some of the YouTube haters out there would have you believe otherwise. Alexander, so is new Starfield content from you guys still possible in 2025 or 2026? I would say more likely 2026. We have some pretty big stuff still to do this year, so but we'll see. Like, obviously, like Watchtower being a big deal, like a big popular thing, is, you know, will change some math for us. But we have some pretty exciting projects in the works right now. Kudos to you and your team. Love Starfield, and this brought a lot of new things to my favorite game. Awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad to see a lot of people are enjoying it. It has been crazy, the reception. You know, again, there's so much hate on the internet these days, especially for Starfield, that you know, sometimes it feels like there's not a lot of people playing this game, but you know, that is not the case at all. There are a lot of people playing Starfield.
I was so pleased to hear this. Kinggath is not allowed to release sales data per his NDA with Bethesda, but it sounds like they are doing really well. It's refreshing to hear from someone who has a real pulse on the state of the game. Remember that Watchtower Orbital Strike Fleet Command is available for 1,000 credits on Creations. Watchtower also released another massive update, which I will link in the description. Finally, for Watchtower, Teufel 9000 is back with another Starfield World Record speedrun. This is for the base game plus Watchtower, and it is a new file world record, meaning Teufel started from the very beginning of the base game. Note, though, how Teufel at 3055 uses a clever hack to advance to the end of the In Their Footsteps mission. He lands at exactly the right pixel on Hyla 2, thereby finding the Scorpion Sting and permitting travel to Oberon 3 and a meeting with the Emissary and the Hunter. Next, checking Steam saves for required mods. Do you play on Steam and want to know what mods are required by your saves? If there's other ways to do this, I'm sure you heroes will be quick to respond, but I wanted to share a Today I Learned moment. Credit to you, Intulor, for pointing me towards Starfield Save Tool by Insomnius. Starfield Save Tool is available on Nexus Mods. If you run starfieldSaveTool.exe and point it to a save file and add 2 options, you get output like this. Rather than showing the rest of the JSON blob, let's see a formatted version courtesy of JSONformatter.org. This is so useful. I don't need to remember what mods I used with a character at a certain point in time. I don't need to load via Creations and see it complain about missing mods. Invoking the tool this way also creates 2 other files. The first is a JSON file with the data above. The second is a .dat file with the raw data beyond just the file headers. Thank you, Insomnius, for this great program. Next, Positively New Atlantis adds scale to Sarah's favorite city. The next few mods each add additional environmental details to a few familiar locations. These are each less involved than mods featured previously on the channel, such as New Atlantis Awaits. The first is Positively New Atlantis by Relentless Positivity, featured previously on the channel. Positively New Atlantis is available on Nexus Mods. This is a pretty amazing addition to New Atlantis, despite not requiring any additional visual assets. Positively New Atlantis adds large outlying buildings all around the capital city of the United Colonies. These locations are empty, so use whatever headcanon you'd like to explain that circumstance. Maybe the buildings were created by construction robots that went haywire. Maybe there was a radiological or other disaster that forced an evacuation. Whatever the case, it's cool to see these buildings on the horizon. They appear to stretch to the edge of the game cell. If you try to fly beyond each, the game warns you to turn around. Thank you, Relentless Positivity, for this cool addition to the game. And thank you to everyone watching. If you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing. Less than a third of viewers seeing my videos are subscribed. If you want to tell the world on YouTube that you enjoy positive and honest Starfield content, subscribing is a great way to do that. Thank you. Next, Paradiso Evolved adds to the resort. Modder Checker 90, author of New Atlantis Awaits, has moved beyond Jemison to 2 other planets. First, we have new content for Porama 2, in the form of new locations to visit at the Paradiso Resort. Paradiso Evolved is available on Creations and Nexus Mods. I love seeing modders add content like this to the base game. As you can see, it's a work in progress. For example, I saw so many of the same NPC that it started to remind me of a replicant factory from Blade Runner. Still, I am encouraged by content like this, and I hope we see more of it. Let me know if you think I went too far by pulling out my Incapacificator 3000 and starting to retire some of those duplicates. Next, Cydonia Backdoored. One final addition from Checker 90 is simple, but it makes a ton of sense. Why does a major settlement like Cydonia have only one entrance? Checker 90 has fixed the situation with the following mod. Cydonia Rear Entrance is available on Creations and Nexus Mods. It took a little work to find the location, but it reveals that Cydonia is a pretty cool settlement once you look around outside. Great work on both mods, Checker 90. Next, do you get into trouble in cities and need a little help de-escalating the situation? If yes, check out this mod by the Chan Man. Enhanced Surrender is available on Creations and Nexus Mods. I like this mod because it gives you the option of using a new surrender item to explicitly tell guards that you want to surrender and avoid further misunderstandings. I like this approach over just holstering a weapon. Great job, Chan Man. Next, Starborn Trader in the Lodge. If you're the sort of player who would like to more easily find the Starborn Trader in the game, Modern Nightly RPG has you covered. Starborn Trader is available on Creations. This mod puts the Starborn Trader in the Lodge. Now you don't need to hope you will stumble upon this enigmatic character in deep space. Just look through the lodge, find the trader, and take care of your business. Thank you, Nightly RPG, for this mod. And thank you to all my subscribers. Please consider subscribing to show YouTube that you enjoy positive and honest Starfield content. Special thanks to all channel members. I hope you are enjoying our private Discord server. If you'd like to know more about membership, click the join button on the channel. There is no obligation. Anything you and YouTube gives me goes back to this channel, whether it's to buy hard drives for capturing footage or acquiring creations to review. What have you been doing in Starfield? Your insights make this channel a place for positive and honest discussion of the game. In addition to videos, I also post to the community tab for this channel on a daily basis. If you subscribe, you will see these posts in your YouTube feed. If you made it to this part of the video, please leave a comment with the phrase "Showcase." Also, remember to ring the bell icon and select all notifications. Check out my other videos, and please tell your friends about the channel. My name is Richard. I will see you in the Starfield.